What is community? It's Friday Night Lights with laughter as post-game commentary. It's fun runs, fun rides. It's passing the boot for local heroes. And it's breaking ground for groundbreaking startups. This is what makes a community. And it's what makes a community bank. It's fertile financial resources turned back into local soil. Here's to people helping others thrive. This is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank, since 1904.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it, how to dream big, and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Community. Is it defined by where you live? Or is it something more? A deeper connection. The experience of being welcomed and the feeling that no matter where you're from, this is where you belong. This is community, and this is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank, since 1904.
We welcome you live to Dietrich, Idaho. Mike Christensen alongside Carter Christensen, and tonight we've got a battle of unbeatens in the Class 1A Division II ranks as Castleford visits Dietrich. This is an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of Magic Valley Game Night presented by D.L. Evans Bank. Tonight, the two teams at the top of the Sawtooth Conference will tangle as the Wolves visit the Blue Devils. Both teams are 5-0. Both are 2-0 in conference. Only one will still be undefeated after tonight. Carter, thoughts on this great matchup of 8-man squads? When asked about keys to victory tonight, coaches on both sides talked about the importance of winning the turnover battle. How big of a factor will that be tonight?
It'll be a huge factor. Winning the turnover battle is a huge part of winning the game, especially in these games against great teams.
Well, Dietrich has been lighting up the scoreboard this season with an average of 64 points per game. This is a Castleford defense that has only surrendered 18 points total through 5 games. So it should be an interesting matchup as the Blue Devils' high-powered running attack faces a staunch Wolves defense. Captains and coin toss coming up here, and great ball game between these two teams. Castleford with just 12 players on their squad. And Dietrich about doubles them up in numbers. But two great football teams, and we'll get ready for kickoff here and have a great ball game tonight between the number 2 ranked and number 3 ranked teams in the state in the Division II 1A ranks. Castleford comes in as visitors at number 2, Dietrich at number 3 on the season. And of course, as we mentioned, both 5-0. This is a game that Castleford won a year ago. And Dietrich looking for some revenge on their home field here, and the Blue Devils will kick it off to start the night. 12 minutes on the clock here for the first quarter, and we'll get things up and rolling. The opening kick taken there by Castleford. That 77 gave Mahana And short return there will set up Castleford for the first drive of the game. 1st and 10 Wolves. Around the 35, they'll get this first drive going.
Yeah, see.
And they huddle up and get ready for the first play. There's the snap, and the ball is loose, and on the very first play of the game, it's a turnover forced by that Dietrich defense, so what a start for the Blue Devils. As the snap came to Jamie Ramos, number 5, the quarterback, and the ball gets knocked out and recovered by Dietrich, and they'll be in great field position inside the 25 for their first possession with a key turnover right there off the bat. Great play by the Blue Devils. Cody Power, kind of the do-it-all guy for Dietrich, takes the low snap. He's going to take the quarterback draw, and he is tripped up quickly. Cash Keach, number 11, in on the tackle. Shoestring tackle for him there. Takes him down. Second down for Dietrich. 2nd and 10 after no gain there. 2 receivers to either side in this formation. 8-man football with just the 3 linemen. Quick pass from Power goes outside to number 15, Peyton Snedden, and he's got a nice gain down near the 15-yard line, close to the first down marker. Nice pickup for the Blue Devils on 2nd down. We'll bring up 3rd and short for this high-powered offense. Dietrich has been lighting up scoreboards this season, but Castleford has not given up a lot of points. So it'll be interesting to see how this one shakes out. Dietrich scoring as much as 70 points this season and went over Rimrock. Under center this time for Power. He's going to sneak it forward and doesn't get much, but he might have enough for the first down. I think they're going to give it to him inside the 15, 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. That should move the chains. Yep, it's first down, so 1st and 10. Dietrich here. So key turnover, we talked about the turnover battle being important, and right off the bat, turnover for Castleford. Dietrich, of course, co-head coaches, Rick and Brody Estelle, are coaches. Rick's Brody's uncle. One takes the offense, one takes the defense. They work together. And their pitch goes wide there to Hayden Estelle. He is a senior. He is Rick's son, and he takes it for no gain, and that swarming defense of the Wolves brings him down. Several defenders there. Nice job by Castleford, including Ramos in on that tackle.
You can? I can't hear anything you're saying.
And they'll set up here at the 15, 2nd down. No gain on the last play there, maybe a short loss even. Power, number 10, the senior quarterback, 5'9", 165, takes the snap, snakes through the defense. He is wrestled down by Keach, number 11. Nice tackle there by the D lineman. And the junior had a couple stops here so far. Minimal gain there on the play is going to bring up 3rd down. And that Castleford defense starting to show its prowess here on this drive. Key 3rd down early in this one. Likely 4-down territory for this Dietrich squad. We'll see what they can pick up on 3rd down. And they come to the line here, set up for this 3rd and 10. Power in the backfield with Estelle next to him. Takes the snap. He's back to throw. Pressure comes. Running to the near side. Heaves it downfield short, and it skips and is incomplete. Looking for his intended target, Connor Perkins, the intended receiver there. We apologize for the video being a little bit. We are. 4th and 10 here. Back to throw his power. He finds his man this time. It is caught by number 8, Case Robertson. And he's got a minimal gain there and is going to come up short at the 10-yard line. And we'll get to see that Castleford offense again as they come out here for their second possession. First possession of the game lasted just one play as they fumbled it on the first play of the night. Handoff comes to the near side and a nice gain on the first down run for Gabe Mahana, number 77, the senior. Running back gets a nice pickup there. Bring up a second down for the Wolves. Jamie Ramos is your quarterback, number 5, the junior. Back to throw. He's got an intended receiver open there. And that is one of the offensive weapons for the Wolves. That's Ethan Rowland, number 18. Plays receiver, will play some quarterback, kind of a do-it-all guy, one of the leaders on this Wolves team. Dangerous weapon. He picks up a nice gain up near the first down marker, but a little shy. Bringing up third down there. Ramos shaking up a little injury against Hagerman a couple weeks back and trying to play through that. And makes a nice throw there. And under center here, he's going to keep it, forge ahead, and he's got a nice gain on the sneak for a first down up to the 22-yard line. Up to the 23, it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Wolves. Scoreless here in the first quarter, 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Ramos takes it, keeps it, runs it up the middle, spins forward and falls forward. He's able to keep his knees off the ground and get a nice couple extra yards there at the end. Gets past the 25 to the 26-yard line. $5:20 to go first quarter. As the Wolves huddle up and come to the line here. In this battle of unbeatens, it's number 2 against number 3 tonight. Could be a preview of a great playoff battle we could see later in the year in November. And a beautiful night here in Dietrich for it. Great weather tonight for football. And on the sweep, fly sweep here. Tough sledding there and a nice tackle by Dietrich. Robertson in on the tackle along with Lucero. Third down. And a big play here from the 28-yard line for Castleford as they try to keep this drive alive. Ramos in the backfield, one back beside him. Trying to get him to jump with the hard count. Under pressure, throws it out. It is caught. Hauled in by Jose Alvarado, number 30, but he's going to be just a little bit short of that first down, and we'll see if they try to keep things going here. Ball sitting just past the 30-yard line as they face 4th and 3 here, and the offense stays on the field. They really trust in that defense if they have to give it back over to Dietrich. But we'll see if they can keep this drive alive. Mahana comes in motion. It's going to be a keeper and short of that first down is Ramos trying to go around the far side, and he's wrestled down. Dietrich makes a big stop and gets the ball back, and for the second time here in the first quarter, Dietrich will start a possession inside Castleford territory, this time at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 Blue Devils. Some impressive defense on both sides of the ball so far. Power under center. Flips it wide. And the run by Snedden, Peyton Snedden, number 15, your running back there, one of the featured backs for this team. Runs it around the outside, close to the 25-yard line. Handoff goes again to Snedden. Dietrich coaches told us he'd be the primary guy to get the ball out of the backfield when Power's not keeping it from his quarterback spot. Plays a little slot receiver as well, really strong runner and tough to catch when he gets in the open field, which an 8-man ball, there's often a lot of open field to work with. 3rd down here, both defenses playing well in the first quarter. Both these teams have been used to dominating the opposition pretty well this year. And the throw down the middle is incomplete there by Powers. Fourth down for Dietrich. Both teams have faced some 4th downs here early on, and see what they can do to convert. Power takes it, throws it, in and out, and it's picked off, intercepted by Castleford, and bringing it back and wrestled down. Nice play by the Wolves. That is Santi Alvarado, the defensive back. He came into tonight's game with 5 interceptions. He adds a 6th as the pass ricochets out of the hands of the intended receiver, and Alvarado with the big pick. 6th interception of the season for the senior. And a first down coming up for Castleford with 2:20 to go. We near the end of this first quarter. And these two teams scoreless still, unable to really move the ball against each other.
Yeah, nice little tip drill there. Way to come up with the interception.
Ramos throws it long. He's got a man there, and in and out of the hands of his intended target, Roland, who had a step on his man, had to kind of hold up for it and unable to hang on. That falls incomplete. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Wolves with 2:10 to go first quarter. And this battle of unbeatens here in Dietrich, Idaho tonight. Two of the top teams in the state in the 1A Division II ranks playing 8-man football. Again, if you're joining us late, Castleford has just 12 players on their roster, but an undefeated team at 5-0, ranked number 2 in the state, 2-0 in conference. And Dietrich as well, 5-0, 2-0 in conference as they meet tonight. And looks like a false start. Hard count for Castleford trying to draw Dietrich off, but their own guys ended up moving there, and they'll move back 5 yards and try it again here. And in this game where yards are hard to find, a penalty like that can be big.
Yeah, getting behind the sticks early, especially when you're already struggling a little on offense, is huge.
So that'll bring up 2nd and long. 2nd and 15 for the Wolves. Ramos in the backfield, but the snap goes directly to Mahana, 77. He comes around and is wrestled down by number 5, Connor Perkins. And a short pickup there to bring up 3rd and long. Third down. Back to throw, looking down the field and incomplete. Again, Ramos looking for Roland. Comes up incomplete to bring up fourth down. That's a couple times they've almost hooked up on that long ball. Clock stops at 1:28 to go in the quarter with the interception. Trying to fix that glitchy picture for you. Yeah, we'll keep working on that here. This game goes along, try to get you a little better feed. Had a receiver uncovered, wide open. Coaches fix that, and Hayden Estelle gets out there, number 1 on the defense. It is a punt. And there's the kick deep. And setting up a nice return to the 40, to the 35, to the 30 goes Powers. He spins down to the 25, and he's wrestled down just shy of the 20, almost to the 22. Nice return by Cody Power, number 10, your senior quarterback and defensive back, big star on the offensive side. The coaches said he is the main guy offensively. He's got touchdowns passing, rushing, and receiving this year. Smart, quick, and they put him at QB just so he can touch the ball a lot. And leading passer and rusher on the season. Might even see him at receiver tonight. Both these teams have a couple dynamic offensive players that help lead the way. Power, number 10, is your quarterback. And in the gun here, he awaits the snap. Rolls to the near side. Plenty of defenders there, and they ride him out of bounds. Not much there. That brings up second down. We'll see if one of these teams can get it into the end zone. 1:11 to go till the end of the quarter. Back to throw is Power. He's looking deep. The ball flutters. Defenders are there in the end zone up for grabs, and that is incomplete on the jump ball. Looking for Robertson, the senior receiver. Third down. Two receivers to either side for Power. Takes the snap, back to throw, pressure comes, gets rid of it quickly, and he completes it, and the tackle's broken by number 5. That's Connor Perkins, and he is headed to the end zone. And that is going to be a 22-yard touchdown play for Dietrich as they strike first tonight. And a 6-0 lead with 57 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Dietrich jumps out with the first score of the night. Nice broken tackle there by Perkins, and to the end zone he goes.
Yeah, good yards after contact there.
2-point try, forthcoming here. Power on the keeper, got a blocker in front. And he gets there. Nope. Let's see. Nope. It fails. It looked like the official was raising his hands. Signal he got in, but he comes up just a yard short there. So the 22-yard receiving score for Perkins. 2-point try fails on the run. And 6-0 Dietrich with 57 seconds to go in the first quarter here tonight. And Castleford get a chance to try to answer here. If you look at this Dietrich team last year, kind of their Achilles heel on the offensive side was turning the ball over. Tonight, no turnovers. They forced a turnover, and that's really been one of their big focuses this year is to limit those turnovers. And they said Castleford would be the best defense they play this year. And after thwarting them a couple times, nice broken tackle there by Perkins to get in the end zone. 6-0. And the Wolves will take over here. Try to get their offense on track. So he's set for the kickoff. Power kicks it down the field. It's rolling. Taken there by number 4, Crash Taylor. And Taylor making guys miss, and he's up the sideline to the 30, to the 40. He's past midfield to the 50 before he's shoved out of bounds by Perkins, who just had the touchdown on the other side. Touchdown saving play by Perkins to get over and knock Taylor out of bounds. And Crash Taylor, which is a great football name, huge return into Dietrich territory to the 45. Be 1st and 10, and we'll see if that can kickstart this Castleford offense.
Yeah, this is the best field position they've had all night. Let's see if they can capitalize, tie up the score here before the first quarter.
Ramos in the gun with Taylor beside him. Steps away from pressure down the field. Receiver Roland is wide open, but he overthrows him by about 5 yards. Had a step.
Yeah, that was a blown opportunity there. He had him for a touchdown.
Tough break there as they're unable to complete that pass. Second and 10 Wolves. Play comes in. Jose Alvarado, number 30, runs in your play. Another senior for this experienced team. Just one freshman on this Castleford team. Pretty senior-laden group, a few juniors. No sophomores among the 12 players on the roster. They run that fake on the fly sweep, and now it goes to Taylor, who had the nice kickoff return. He picks up a few to bring up 3rd down. So some good misdirection there, faking to Mahana and then giving it to Taylor, but that Dietrich defense in position, not fooled. And 3rd and 7 coming up for the Wolves. It goes directly to Mahana on the last play of the quarter as the buzzer sounds. He breaks a tackle, and he's up the sideline. He's got a first down. He's still on his feet, breaks another tackle, and he's down inside the 25. A huge play by 77. Gabe Mahana, the running back, breaking multiple tackles along the sideline. They had him just near the line of scrimmage, had him near the first down marker, and he rips off a big run to end the quarter and set up Castleford in position to try to tie or take the lead when we come back for the second quarter. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more action here on IdahoSports.com.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back here for the second quarter between Dietrich and Castleford. Battle of unbeatens here. Back to throw. Ramos looking down the field for Roland again, and incomplete. Got a good arm. We're just putting that a little long. 11:56 to go. Second down. Ramos back to throw. This time, in and out of the hands of receiver. That was Mahana, who had the catch briefly but knocked right out. And that's going to be called incomplete to bring up second down.
That is, you're the...
Big third down coming up here for Castleford. Ramos in the gun. We apologize. Scoreboard still says first quarter on your screen. It is the second quarter. We've got some computer hiccups not letting us adjust our settings here. It's affecting your picture, but we're trying our best to bring you a good ball game tonight between these undefeated squads here on IdahoSports.com. Mike Christensen and Carter Christensen bringing you the action tonight. Appreciate you joining us. From the 29, we're going to have a timeout here on the field to talk it over with this big play coming up in a 6-0 ball game. So we'll take a quick 30-second break and we'll be right back.
We're Valley-wide Country Store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
All right, after the timeout, we come back to action here. Ramos in the gun with Taylor behind him. It's a snap. No one open. He's going to tuck and run. He's got some room to the 30, to the 25, and a big collision there around the 15 as he's taken down by Connor Perkins. But a huge collision between number 5 and number 5. And Perkins on the Dietrich side, a little shaken up after that tackle. So Ramos, the quarterback, dishing out a big blow there. And with 11:38 to go, Castleford is on the march, looking to get on the scoreboard here.
So they called another timeout there.
Six to nothing here in the second quarter. 11:38 to go till halftime with a timeout on the field. And so far, this game has lived up to the billing of two great football teams going back and forth.
Yeah, a little lower scoring than I kind of imagined, but it's been a good game so far.
Fourth down here as we come back. Castleford trying to stay on the field and keep this drive alive. They're at the 15. They need just a yard or so to keep this drive alive. And this time Roland, number 18, is in the backfield. He plays quarterback and receiver. He's going to throw it and throws it low and wide of Mahana, and that's going to be incomplete. Thought they might have Roland run the ball there on that short yardage situation. He had two receivers out there, kind of a crossing route to pick off the defense, and it comes up incomplete. The throw just a little off. Roland, a very talented athlete. Not quite the thrower that Ramos is, but looking for it that way, and incomplete there. Dietrich takes over. 6-0 lead, trying to add to it. And this is really a big possession here for the Blue Devils. If they can score and go ahead 2 scores with the way these teams are battling and playing on defense, that'd be a huge thing tonight.
Yeah, an even bigger possession for Castleford to get the stop here.
Handoff goes on the fly sweep and coming around the outside and picking up a great gain on first down. Pick up 5 or 6 there on the first down play. Bring up a second down from the 20. So Dietrich team loves to spread it out, use their speed on the outside. Brody Estelle, who runs the offense, said he loves to throw it, but his team has been so successful on the ground. They've kind of not abandoned the passing game, but they don't use it all that much. They really stick to the ground with all the weapons they have. Another handoff here, but wrestled right down quickly. Great stop by Ethan Rowland, 18, on the defensive side. Met him right in the hole and threw him to the turf.
Yeah, that was a great tackle.
From the 20. No gain on the play, third down.
Got to get him off the field here. Can't give this one up.
I'll tell you what, we got ourselves a gorgeous night for football here in Dietrich. Full moon shining on a clear sky tonight. Temperatures in the 60s. Picture perfect for an October night. Quick pass to the outside on the screen and stretching close to the first down and maybe getting the first down is Dietrich. Great play there. Shaken up a little on the play. Is the receiver maybe stretching out to lunge for that ball, knock the wind out of him. But that is going to be a first down. I think that was Robertson on the outside there. These Dietrich numbers, their blue numbers on their black uniforms could be a little hard to make out, some of these 8, 9, 6. And I think, though, that was Robertson making that play. Coming back to the line is Dietrich with the first down. So big play there for the Blue Devils. They keep the ball. They have 10-18 to go till halftime, and they've got a 6-point lead looking to add to it. Now we got a false start. Movement by the Blue Devils. Thank you. Dietrich taking their time here as they huddle up. Come to the line with 2 receivers to either side. Empty backfield for Power. He's back to throw. Swings it out to Perkins. Perkins makes a man. Nope, can't make him miss. Taken down. Again, number 5 against number 5. Ramos and Perkins, we've seen that a couple times on both sides of the ball.
Great open field tackle by the quarterback.
Yeah. Excellent play there with 9.5 to go till halftime.
He breaks that, he might get a first down. That was a great tackle.
Second down now for Dietrich. Ball, nose of the football resting right on that 25-yard line. We remind you to stay tuned at halftime as we'll bring you some great messages from our sponsors, recap the first half, and bring you some scores around the state as we get ready for the second half of play. And, of course, our post-game show, we'll have our player of the game brought to you by the Idaho Transportation Department. Down the field, Perkins is open. He's at the 45, the 50. Can he outrun Ramos? He's stutter steps and he's dragged down, but he's inside the 25, and a huge play for Dietrich as Power finds Perkins on the outside, past the defense. Beautiful route. Nice throw.
Great play call. Fake that screen that they've done a couple times, then hit him on the double move. That was a great play call.
And able to move the football in a chunk play there down to the 23-yard line for a 1st and 10. And what a big play for this Dietrich team as they try to take control of this game on their home field and what's been a tight battle so far. 8:22 to go till halftime as the Blue Devils come to the line. 4 on the line here. Power in the backfield. Keeps it. Runs to the near side, lunges forward, and he's got a first down. So nice run. Big chunk play all the way down to the 11, about 12 yards there on the run for Power. And they can pick up another first down inside the 1 as they set up 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. And this Dietrich offense struggled early to move the ball against this staunch Castleford D. Is starting to find a groove and make some plays. Big moment here for the Wolves to try to rise up and keep them out of the end zone. Power hands it off, right up the middle, spinning and lunging down. Nice run on first down, getting down to about the 7. Hudson Lachero. Number 9, the senior. With a good run there. They come out for second down here. On that O-line, Dason Pisano, one of the leaders for this team, helping to open up some holes and doing a nice job. Snap, Power, keeper, and hammered down. That's 44, Gus Wiggins. And Wiggins, strongest player on this Castleford team. He's 5'11", 215. Coach said he's a big, heavy hitter in the middle, and we saw that right there.
Yeah, nice hit in the backfield there, getting them to a 3rd and long.
Now we're going to have another timeout as these coaches play some chess back and forth and try to figure out how to outsmart each other. That stops the clock at the 6:25 mark here until halftime. Good crowd on hand here as folks surround the field here in Dietrich, as well as being in the stands, and the visitor section full as well. Coming over from Castleford for this 1A Division II matchup tonight. What's impressed you most here in this first half, Garner?
I've been impressed most with the defense. I thought this was going to be a lot more of a high-scoring game, but both teams have been very stout on the defensive end.
Some great open field tackles, some heavy hitting, and been tough sledding to move the ball, but Dietrich looking like they may have a chance here, but a big play coming up on 3rd down. If you're Castleford and you can keep them out of the end zone here, get the ball back down just 6-0, you're in a great spot as we near the end of the first half. Halfway through this second quarter of play. Don't want to go down 2 scores to this Blue Devils team that's averaging 64 points a game. Power, back to throw, looks on the slant for Perkins. Lots of contact and no flags. Crash Taylor on the coverage. Some good tight coverage there as they tried to get the slant there in the end zone. Incomplete, brings up 4th down. And Castleford looks like they may come up with that stop. One more play to keep them out of the end zone. The ball resting around the 8-yard line. Dietrich to the line. Chero in the backfield. Power. Power's going to roll out. Look to the end zone. And incomplete and almost picked.
That was dangerous.
Santi Alvarado had a chance at his 7th interception of the season there. Unable to locate the balls. It fluttered through the end zone, but off the hands of the intended receiver. Incomplete.
What a stop by Castleford. That was huge.
They get the ball back with 6:16 to go. And we'll see if they can get on the scoreboard, even the score, take the lead. They come in ranked number 2 in the state in the media poll. The Blue Devils number 3. Both have been dominating this season. Tough sledding there. Maybe a yard on first down on the handoff to Roland. 6 minutes to go till halftime. Wolves break the huddle and come to the line here for a 2nd and 9. Big Gus Wiggins, 44 in the backfield as a fullback. Great blocker. He's blocking for Mahana, and he picks up a good gain on second down. Adds a few more yards there to bring up a manageable third down. If you're Castleford here, Carter, do you put this ball in the air or keep it on the ground on 3rd and 5 or 6?
That's a tough one. Probably looks like they're going to pass it right here or run a draw of some sort.
Ramos alone in the backfield. Wiggins comes in motion. Now he keeps it on the draw. You called that one as they try to clear out some space, but no room there. And a nice tackle by Dietrich. And that's going to bring up a long yardage situation there. Great tackle. That Dietrich defense has come to play tonight. That was Dason Pisano, one of the leaders in the trenches for this team. And that ball nearly blocked. Roland kicks it. It goes out off the side of his foot, and that's going to set up Castleford with incredible field position. Dietrich with incredible field position. They've had the ball in a great spot a couple times, and that Wolves defense for the most part has risen up and stopped them. But you can't keep giving them the ball in a great spot and expect to hold them out all night. So tough break there as the punt doesn't cover a lot, and they'll take over at the 13-yard line. That nearly blocked and maybe partially blocked, but went right out of bounds. Tough break for the Wolves. And their defense right back on the field will have to come up with another big play after that 3 and out. Pisano, the center, set to snap the ball. Power under center this time. Flips it wide. He's got blockers there and trying to get to the edge. Knocked out of bounds, but a nice gain. Getting inside the 10 on that first down play, so good run. For Dietrich there. It's Peyton Snedden, number 15. Your primary ball carrier out of the backfield for this team. Power with Hudson Lachero beside him. A couple receivers out there. He's going to fade it to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. And with 4:04 to go here in the first half of play, the Blue Devils strike again on the 6-yard touchdown pass. Case Robertson, your senior receiver, number 8. And the 2-point try coming up. Big play here as they try to go up 14-0. Power looking. He's going to try almost the exact same play. And it works just like it did a moment ago. And the 2-point try is successful for Dietrich to make it 14-0 at the 4:04 mark. Robertson with the 6-yard touchdown catch. And then the 2-point catch. And it's 14-0. And big possession there, and really the poor punt set up that situation. Great field position for Dietrich, and they take advantage of it. The Dietrich coaching staff knew it would be tough to score on this team. They said points are not going to come like they did in the other weeks when they were rolling up 60 and 70 points. So they knew they had to hang on to the football, finish some drives, and they've done that tonight. And now it's up to the Castleford offense to get on track and get some points. These two teams have one common opponent so far this season. They've both played Rockland. Castleford beat Rockland 26-14. Dietrich beat Rockland 68-26. A little different results, but they both won. Here, ripping off a huge run on the return. The return game has been big for Castleford. He could go to the house. That is 22, Santi Alvarado, and he's all the way down inside the 25, and a huge return to give the Wolves some life here. They get down 14-0. They needed a spark, and they get it in the return game. As Santi Alvarado rips off an incredible return to set up this drive. And if you're the Wolves, you really have to try to punch it in here and get back in this football game.
Yeah, with 3:52 left, you got to get a score here to get some momentum going into halftime.
And they come to the line. Ramos alone in the backfield, 4 receivers. And the draw play, he spins forward to the 15, 16, nice gain on first down. Ramos, great two-way player. Of course, seen him make some stops on the defensive side. He came in with 35 tackles and doing a good job at the QB spot tonight. And a nice run there. 3:27 left in the first half of play, clock running. And Wiggins and Mahana in the backfield with Ramos. He's looking for the pass. He's got Roland, and for the first time tonight, those two connect. Roland been targeted several times, mostly on the deep ball, and this time the quick pass to the 10-yard line. And that's going to set up 3rd and short. Just shy of that first down marker, and we'll see what we see here. Maybe just a chance for a sneak here to keep this drive alive with 3:13 left in the half. The Wolves trailing 14-0, but looking to trim that margin by 6 or 8 points here in the next minute or two. They line up in the I formation, and looks like Dietrich
Drew off sides.
Nice job, hard count. Eager. What do you got to do as a defensive lineman there to avoid that mistake?
Cut your ears off. You got to know the situation. On those short yardage situations, almost always the offense is going to try to draw you off.
Just watch the ball. You were a defensive lineman playing that nose guard often right over the ball. You just got to watch that ball. Handoff here to Wiggins. He powers forward, and tough sledding there on the 1st and goal play. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 5. Big possession, big opportunity. All set up by Alvarado's excellent kickoff return. Gave him great field position. They've really lost the field position battle in this first half, and that's really been the key. They turned it over early, didn't give up points, but their defense has been on the field a lot. Now trying to strike back and score. And they hand it off to Wiggins. He's going to push forward, and they're going to mark him just short of that goal line, down inside the 1. Man, he got about as close as you can get to scoring without getting in. 2:30 to go till halftime. Almost looks like the line judge's foot is on the goal line. He stands there, marking him just shy. And they come back over the ball here on 3rd and goal with 2:20 to go. Again, the I formation. Again, the Wiggins on the quick handoff, and Wiggins is into the end zone for a Castleford touchdown to cut the deficit to 14-6. Big play for the Wolves. And 3 straight times there, they just give the ball to the 5'11", 215-pound senior, Gus Wiggins. And he busts through the line. Primarily a blocking back and linebacker. Got the chance there. This time they give it to Mahana on the 2-point try, and he's going to be wrestled just short. So a 1-yard touchdown run for Wiggins, but the 2-point run fails, leaving the score 14-6. 2:14 to go here in the first quarter on IdahoSports.com. We remind you that Magic Valley Game Night, presented by D.L. Evans Bank, is also brought to you by our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, the Idaho Transportation Department, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. And we're grateful for Dietrich Athletic Director Brody Estelle welcoming us to be here tonight and broadcast this game and helping us get set up to bring this broadcast to you. Here from Dietrich in this battle of unbeatens. It's been a good one so far. Some scores of interest around the state at the 4A level in the second quarter. Twin Falls leads Burley 14-12 in a close battle over in Burley in the Great Basin Conference. We'll have some more Magic Valley scores for you at halftime, which is not far away. 2:14 to go as Castleford sets up at the 40 to kick this one off to the Blue Devils. Dietrich in the black uniforms, black helmets with blue numbers and trim. And Castleford, red pants, white jerseys, blue accents, blue helmets. Got those good USA colors going on. And Jose Alvarado, number 30, kick it off. Line drive kick. Rolls to the 25, and it's taken there by Perkins, and he's going to cut to the far side. He's got a little room. He's got a blocker. Good patient running, and he's going to be wrestled down between the 30 and the 35-yard line. And that is where Dietrich will start what is likely its final possession of the half. 2:02 to go. They've got an 8-point lead. And really a key possession for both teams here.
Yeah, if Dietrich can score before halftime to go up by 2 scores, it'll be huge. If Castleford can get a turnover or keep it to a 1-score game, it'll be a huge difference in the game.
Dietrich will get the ball to start the second half as well, so that's another key. Castleford started with the ball but fumbled their first play of the game. And so if Dietrich can score and get the ball back, then they'd be in business. So big possession for both sides here. Handoff on the jet sweep and wrestled down in the backfield. No luck there for Snedden. He's taken down quickly. Peyton Snedden, the senior. It's interesting, both these teams run a lot of similar plays to each other.
Yeah, they're very similar offenses.
Love to spread it out with 4 receivers and run that quarterback draw. They love to run the jet sweep and love that power running game as well with some pitches. So you see a lot of similar plays on both sides. 3-2-3 defense for Castleford. There comes a pass, and it's intercepted. Did he get it? Roland went to the turf. I think he got it, and he did. Ethan Roland, number 18, comes up with the interception. He's a receiver by trade. He's got good hands. And he dives and catches that pass. I'm not sure where Power was going with it. Didn't see a receiver all that close to the football. And Roland dives down at the 33, scoops it off the turf. And with 1:20 to go, Castleford has a chance to really turn this game around late in the half. Trailing by 8, they've got the football in a great position, possibly to tie this game before halftime. What a play. You said they got to come up with a stop or a turnover.
Yeah, it was huge.
They listened to you.
See if they can punch it in here.
Roland at QB this time. Ramos is on the outside. Roland is going to step out of trouble. Nowhere to go, and he's taken down for a sack in the backfield. And a loss there. I think Perkins getting in there to make the play. That may have been Lachero there on the sack. Back to throw. Looking deep here. And that ball is going to come up incomplete. Bring up third down. Brody Torgerson on the coverage, and there's actually 2 Torgerson that had that takedown in the backfield earlier. And good play there. So he's having a good series. 37 seconds to go till halftime. Third down. Ball at the 35. 3rd and 12 for the Wolves. See what they come up with on this important play near the end of the half. Roland under pressure, trying to throw the screen, but they are right in his face and taken down in the backfield. Good pressure there. Pisano getting in the backfield, making things happen. 32 seconds to go. And 4th down for the Wolves. So they get the big interception by Roland, but unable to do anything with it so far. See what they come up with on 4th and 12 from the 35 of Dietrich. And we're going to have a timeout. We'll take a quick 15-second break here and be back with this key play in just a moment.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, here we go with this big 4th down play as we near the end of the half. 32 seconds to go, 4th and 12 for the Wolves from the 35. Roland in the backfield. He's going to throw it under pressure, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Dietrich around the 10-yard line. It's kind of playing some center field back there. Hayden Estelle, the son of one of the co-head coaches, Rick Estelle, and nice play by the senior, number 1, from his linebacker spot, picking up a big INT. And 24 seconds to go. Do you expect him just to kneel it down or run it or be aggressive here with 24 seconds?
With how long it's taken him to sustain drives, I'd probably just kneel it down, but you never know.
Yeah, you drop back to pass and a bad situation could unfold if there's a sack or fumble or something there, so we'll see what they do. Power is in the gun with Perkins here to the near side, going up the field. He's going to look for him. They're going to be aggressive. He dives for it. Good aggressive coverage and an incomplete pass. Jose Alvarado on the tight coverage and a nice job staying right with him, trying to dive back to the field. The ball was a little bit inside. Perkins made a nice effort to get there, but incomplete, so they come out firing with 18 seconds left in the half. Second and 10. Dietrich breaks the huddle. Dancing to the near side, trying to pick up yards, but not much there is Peyton Snedden, 15, the senior, and Snedden taken down, and I think that'll be the final play of our first half as we run from 2. Or no, they take a timeout here. Clock stops at the 3-second mark. And now it goes to halftime. So that brings us to the half with the Dietrich Blue Devils, number 3 in the state in the Class 1A Division II ranks. They lead the visitors from Castleford, who are ranked number 2. Both teams unbeaten for now. We'll see what happens in half number 2. We got 12 minutes at halftime. We'll bring you some messages from our great sponsors, and then we'll be back to recap the first half and give you some scores around the state here in just a moment.
What is community? It's Friday Night Lights with laughter as post-game commentary. It's fun runs, fun rides. It's passing the boot for local heroes. And it's breaking ground for groundbreaking startups. This is what makes a community. And it's what makes a community bank. It's fertile financial resources turned back into local soil. Here's to people helping others thrive. This is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank, since 1904.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's national sales event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it. How to dream big and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Community. Is it defined by where you live? Or is it something more? A deeper connection. The experience of being welcomed, and the feeling that no matter where you're from, this is where you belong. This is community, and this is community banking. D.L. Evans Bank, since 1904.
Welcome back here to Dietrich, Idaho, where it's halftime. Mike Christensen alongside Carter Christensen. And great first half of play between number 2 and number 3 in the state, Class 1A Division II ranks. And right now, the third-ranked squad from Dietrich is leading 14-6 at the half. And Carter, you've got a few scores around the state you can update us on.
Yeah, in 5A, Eagle over Mountain View 21-16 in the first half. Highland losing to Rigby 14-21. Middleton beating Capital 28-0. Rocky Mountain losing by 1 to Meridian 7-6. In 4A, Bishop Kelly over Emmett 22-6. Burley over Twin Falls over Burley 14-2. Century over Preston 10-7. And in 1A, Cary is beating Glens Ferry 48-0. Lighthouse Christian beating Valley 30-14. Notice beating Idaho City 32-0. And in 1A D2, Hagerman losing to Camas County 0-20. Garden Valley beating Horseshoe Bend 38-6. And that brings us up to date.
All right, a couple games in the college ranks tonight. Not really any top 25 matchups, but at the college level, Nebraska losing to Rutgers. Scarlet Knights up 13-7 there over the Cornhuskers. And Memphis a 20-7 lead over Houston. The Houston team started the season ranked, and it's just 2-3 and getting beat up again tonight. Later tonight, Nevada hosts Colorado State, and boy, the Rams are struggling this year. So 14-6 is our score here. Dietrich and Castleford, great football game between these two 8-man squads in the 1A D2 ranks. Coach Brian Lowry and the Wolves are coming on the road trying to get a big win here and stay undefeated on the season, and had a chance there late to maybe score again after the turnover, unable to take advantage. Kind of a big play, a big sequence right there.
Yeah, that was huge. If they had been able to score that to tie it up, that would have been huge. But still, with it was 14-0 with Dietrich having the ball to go up 3 scores. So for them to only be down 8 points right now is a big win for them.
Perkins, the first score of the night for Dietrich, a 22-yard touchdown reception, broke a tackle on the far side of the field, took it to the house. 6-0 there after the 2-point run failed. Robertson, a 6-yard reception, made it 14-0. He also caught the 2-point, tried to make it 14-0 late in the first half. 4 minutes to go, and that's when we had the big kickoff return to set up what ended up being a 1-yard touchdown run by Wiggins to get Castleford on the board and make it 14-6 at intermission. We've got about 5 minutes to go till half number 2 in the third quarter will kick off for us. We'll take one more break and be right back with some more football here on IdahoSports.com.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it. How to dream big and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Welcome back here to Dietrich, where it is halftime of a 14-6 football game between these two squads. And some big games on the horizon for these two teams as well. Dietrich next week has Camas County on the road, and then they host Hagerman to finish off the regular season on October 21st. So big one next week with Camas. And for Castleford, they host Hanson next week before finishing against Shoshone. So this is really the highlight game for the Wolves. They should be pretty heavily favored in the games with Hanson and Shoshone. And so if they can manage to get a win on the road tonight, great chance for an undefeated regular season at 8-0. Coming in tonight at 5-0 and 2-0 in conference, just like Dietrich. Season thus far, the Blue Devils, of course, last year were 7-4, 2-2 in conference, and lost their matchup with Castleford 32-16 in the regular season. But this season they beat Rimrock 70-14. They beat Glenns Ferry 56-0. They beat Rockland 68-26. Routed Hanson 58-8 and beat Shoshone 68-6 last week. So it's been pretty one-sided games for them. So one of the first times this year they really had to tussle with an opponent, and a good close game so far as Castleford giving them a great football game. And on the other side, the Wolves not quite as potent on offense, but they did score 48 in a 48-0 win over Chalice Mackey. They beat Grace 8-0, beat Rockland 26-14, 52-12 win over Hagerman, and then they beat Camas County 26-8. And we've got just under a minute to go before we get the second half rolling again. So we'll take a quick 15-second break, and then we will be back to get half number 2 started.
You can't make summer stand still, so make the most of every last second with a new Toyota at Toyota's National Sales Event.
During Toyota's National Sales Event, discover our wide variety of fuel-efficient electrified vehicles. Toyota, let's go places.
See, it's not even coming off.
All right, we're about ready to get half number 2 started here in Dietrich between the Blue Devils and the Wolves. This is an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of Magic Valley Game Night, presented by D.L. Evans Bank and brought to you by our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, the Idaho Transportation Department, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. We remind you that you can make the memories last a lifetime by owning a digital game file of this game for just $9.95. Just click the button in the top right corner to order. And we're working on getting your video feed back up and running here as we start the second half. Apologize for some technical difficulties. Yeah, we're up and going here for half number 2. Dietrich will get the ball to start the half as we begin the third quarter. On IdahoSports.com. Remind you to stay tuned for our post-game shows. We have a chance to name our Idaho Transportation Department player of the game and a lot of worthy candidates thus far. Some good play on both sides. Of course, Cody Power, the senior quarterback for Dietrich, 2 touchdown passes so far and some good runs. Ramos, some big stops on the defensive side. For Castleford, some good play from his QB spot where he shares time with Roland. Alvarado will kick it off. 12 minutes on the clock in the third quarter. About to get rolling here in Dietrich, Idaho. Jose Alvarado with the boot. Taken at the 30. And a good return. Almost to the 45-yard line, so great field position. Dietrich has had good field position much of the night. And a nice return by Hayden Estelle, your senior. And from the 45, 1st and 10, Blue Devils, 11:52 to go in the third. They huddle up for their first play of the quarter. And this outstanding Castleford defense look to keep making some plays. 44 Wiggins, one to watch there from his linebacker spot. They flow here to the near side. And Snedden gets maybe a yard before he is wrestled out of bounds and throws Alvarado, Jose Alvarado, the defender, to the turf at the sideline. Tough running there by Snedden, number 15. 2nd and 9 for the Wolves. And really without this, without the field position favoring Dietrich, they would have had a tough time scoring, but a couple times they got short fields and made the most of it. But it's been tough sledding for the most part against this defense. Tight formation. Power fakes the handoff. Little play action. Now he makes several guys miss. He's at the 50, he's at the 45, he dives down, and he's going to be down. Let's see where they mark him. They're going to mark him at the 42, and that moves the chains. What a play by Power. Faked the handoff. Suddenly there was pressure in his face, and he managed to make about 3 defenders miss on that run and dives forward to set up a 1st and 10 at the 42 of the Wolves. Big time play right there by the quarterback. 11 minutes left in the third. And Dietrich on the move into Castleford territory. Cash Keach, number 11, on the outside of that D line for the Wolves, trying to make some plays and be disruptive here. And here they come. And Power taken down after a short gain. Goes up the middle, and there's bodies all over the field. Physical game between these two football teams. Stell and Torgerson both wound up on their backs in the backfield. 2nd and 9. 2nd and 8. Seems like we've said a lot of 2nd and 10 and 2nd and 9 here in this football game both ways.
Yeah, a lot of 2nd and longs.
And back over the line, Dason Pisano, 18, your center. Snap is, oh, that little trick play there. Like the snap was high. Fake by Lechero, and then a short run, but it goes nowhere, and they actually lose a yard. And so it's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 from the 42, 43-yard line. 9:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Likely passing down here. Keep your eyes defensively on Santi Alvarado, 6 interceptions on the season, including 1 tonight in the first half. And he's here to the near side on the defensive side against Perkins. Power is going to keep it on the quarterback draw, and he breaks the tackle, comes up a little short, taken down by Gabe Mahana, number 77. Gets down to the 34, and he's going to be a yard or so shy, but a nice job by the QB to set up 4th and short as we near the 9-minute mark of quarter number 3. Play comes in from the sideline. Wolves huddle up. They break the huddle and come to the line on a big 4th down play right here. Wolves trying to get a stop and get the ball back down 8. And now we got a timeout. Frustration for the Dietrich staff. That gives us a chance to invite you to follow IdahoSports.com on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Get updates, breaking news, pictures, and more. Click the icons in the top left to follow us now. We also remind you that our army of Idaho sports action reporters or photographers are covering games all over the state. We've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com, click the action photos link in the menu, and check out all the great photography there available for purchase. Our prepcasts are always entertaining and occasionally controversial. The IdahoSports.com prepcasts cover every inch of Idaho. Hosted by Brandon Baney, each prepcast features one of our in-house experts talking about what's going on in your part of the state. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. Great ball game here tonight, Magic Valley game night. The lowest level size-wise of football in the state, Class 1A, Division II. These two great small communities here in southern Idaho. Castleford and Dietrich tangling tonight. Dietrich with about double the number of players on the roster that Castleford has with the Wolves. Great football team in their own right. And on the slant, we've got a 1st down. Inside the 20. 1st down for Dietrich. And a nice catch there by Case Robertson, 8, your senior receiver. Coming in on the slant from the far side. Sets up a 1st and 10, and the chains move. So big play there on the 4th down after the timeout. Interesting on 4th and short, they come out throwing.
Yeah, nice little slant there. Got them thinking they were going to run and just threw them open.
Man in motion. Snedden comes to one side, but Power runs to the other and makes some guys miss. He steps out of bounds. He had a chance to maybe go all the way, but he stepped on the sideline, and he's going to be out of bounds around the 18-yard line. Picks up a few there on 1st down. 7 minutes, 43 seconds to go as the clock stops here in the 3rd quarter with that out-of-bounds play. 14-6, Dietrich looking to add to their cushion in this key battle of unbeatens. And it has lived up to the billing tonight, hasn't it, Carter?
Yeah, it has. These are both really talented, well-coached teams with great defenses.
Power's going to be under center this time on this 2nd down play. He's going to hand off to the 2nd man through. That's Snedden. He's got some room. He's to the outside, and he is to the house, pumping his fist as he goes across the goal line. And that is a touchdown from 18 yards away. Peyton Snedden, number 15, the senior, 6 foot 185, showing off his wheels and getting in the end zone. and pushing the Dietrich lead to 20-6 here with 7:35 to go in the third quarter. 2-point try forthcoming here. And first trip to the end zone tonight for Snedden, one of the key ball carriers for this Dietrich squad. Power back to throw this time. Looking, lofts it up, and that's going to be in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Goes down hard. Ball incomplete. Keeps the score at 20-6. And some pressure now on the Wolves to get that offense going here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they got to answer here to keep themselves in the game.
Dietrich looking for a little revenge this year after losing this game on the road last season. And the intended receiver there shaken up on the play, being checked out by the trainers here as the teams huddle up awaiting this kickoff. And a little delay here as they try to get things going. That was a tough landing there. I think it was Perkins, number 5, kind of went up for that pass, then landed hard on his back, maybe knocked the wind out of him. And he's shaken up a little bit as the trainers check him out on the sideline. And we'll get back to action here. Is Dietrich ready for the kickoff? Power will kick the ball off. Teammates around him, including Wyatt Snedden, number 6, try to make some plays, the freshman out there on this kickoff. Kick goes deep and kick goes out of bounds. Flag comes out, and that will set up Castleford with some pretty good field position on the kickoff infraction. And we'll see what the Wolves can come up with here as they have 1st and 10. Well, they're going to have
re-kick.
They're going to have Dietrich re-kick it, move back 5 yards and do it again. See if they can. They've had a lot of success in the return game.
I guess that is true, yeah.
So it makes sense. Alvarado, good dangerous returner. Mahana, both got some wheels back there.
Make them cover.
Yep, give them a chance to touch the football. So they pass up, getting the ball at the 40 there. And this time the kick is high and right down the middle. It's going to come down to Santi Alvarado. And he gets through, and he's wrestled down to the 38. So they
about the same as they would have
had. Still decent field position. Alvarado had a chance there, was trying to squeeze through 2 defenders and almost kept his feet. Would have been gone at that point, but tripped up and taken down. So good touchdown saving tackle by the Dietrich special teams. 1st and 10 from the 38 for the Wolves. Trailing by 14, needing some offense. Ramos is in there with 2 backs in the backfield on either side. He's got protection. He's looking deep. He's got Roland, and he can't quite get there. Kind of went max protection. There's a pile of bodies in the backfield. Ramos takes a hit, and we have a Dietrich player shaken up and down. I think his leg is hurt. Could be a cramp or an injury. We'll see. Maybe just cramping up. But Roland got behind the defense a little bit, and they've had a chance on 3 or 4 of these long balls, just have not been able to connect yet to make that big long yardage chunk play tonight.
Yeah, he's had a step on him a couple of times, but they just haven't been able to drop the ball in.
That one was close, just beyond his outstretched fingers there. Bring up 2nd and 10. Looks like just a cramp there, trying to stretch it out. That was Pisano, 18, who was shaken up there, and he's such a key player for this team on both sides of the football. Hopefully he'll be all right for Dietrich. That would be a big loss for them if he is unable to continue. Ramos back to throw. They're looking for the same play again. He's got Roland, and it's in and out of his hands, broken up. You know, if Pisano, Coach Estelle said he's the best offensive lineman that they've seen in the state so far this year, and does a great job defensively as well. So from his defensive tackle spot. So hopefully he'll get back there trying to stretch things out on the sideline. As 3rd and 10 comes up here, and really identical back-to-back plays, just looking for that long ball, and one of these times they'll strike.
Yeah, just trying to stretch it down the field. Dietrich packing the box, trying to stop the run.
Good tight coverage that time to break that one up. And we've really seen good play by the defensive backs on both these teams, playing some good tight coverage. 7:09 to go during this timeout. Officials ready to break it up and get back to action. And Magic Valley game night will continue here from Dietrich with a big 3rd down and 10 for the Wolves. If you're Castleford, you do not want to give the ball back down 14 and let this get away from you. It's been a great football game. They need to pick this up and convert. Keep the ball. Stay in this game here.
Yeah, this is big 3rd down.
Roland is the quarterback this time. Snap comes, a little hot, but he handles it. He runs to the outside. Can he get the edge? Sneddon is there, and he beats him. He gets to the edge. He's got a 1st down. He's still on his feet up the sideline, and a huge play by Ethan Roland. And he gives that key 1st down to Castleford. They needed it, and he delivered. And a great play there. You know, Coach Estelle said that Ethan Roland for Castleford, he called him a dynamic player. So they had to be able to slow him down. One of the many weapons on this Castleford team, and they've held him in check most of the night, but able to make a big play right there.
Yeah, they've really limited him in the receiving game, but great move there to get to the outside and pick up the 1st down.
First and 10 with 6:58 to go into Dietrich territory. They run it this time. It's Wiggins. He spins away from a would-be tackler, and he's up near another 1st down for Castleford. Great one by 44, Gus Wiggins, your fullback. Pounding away with that big frame of his, and he ran into a would-be tackler and spun right off. And Dietrich missing Pisano from his defensive tackle spot. And it looks like he may be coming back into this game after stretching out that cramp he had on the previous possession. Roland stays at quarterback. Wiggins beside him. Fakes the handoff. Runs to the near side. He's got a 1st down, and he's out of bounds. Around the 30. 1st and 10, Wolves. They keep the chains moving, and this is one of the better drives we've seen for Castleford tonight, stringing together some 1st downs. They get to the 30-yard line where they'll have 1st and 10. And they spread out with 4 receivers in the pattern, including Cortez, number 29, to the far side. Roland's going to keep it, though. He's going to look down the field. Now he throws it. It's caught. I think they're going to call that a completion.
Oh, that was a play right there.
And Cortez hauls it in. He had fallen to the turf and was laying on the ground by the time the ball was thrown. Roland was almost past the line of scrimmage, was able to stop on a dime and throw it and get it to his receiver laying on the turf. 5:43 to go, 1st and 10, Castleford. Luis or Louis?
You can call him Louis. Louis, yeah.
So big play by Louis Cortez to pick up the 1st and 10 on that catch. And Roland back to throw, fires it to the outside. He's got Mahana and he slips to the turf. He catches it. Could have had a lot more if he'd been able to stay on his feet. And he was trying to cut to the inside. I think he saw he had some room there, but went to the turf as we near 5 minutes to go in the third. And Castleford on the move, looking to get back in this thing and cut the deficit to a single score. This time the Wolves will line up with two receivers to the near side, Mahana and Ramos, rolling in the backfield with Wiggins. The snap is high. Roland's going to have to keep it. I think he might have wanted to give it there, but kind of mishandled the high snap, and the timing was off. And make something out of it, but third and long. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10 from the 15-yard line. And there's been a lot of 3rd and longs on both sides tonight. We'll see what the Wolves come up with here with 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go till halftime. Trips to the far side. Wiggins in motion. They fake it to him. Roland runs on the keeper and gets about half of what he needs for a first down to bring up 4th and 5. Gets down to about the 10-yard line. So makes it a manageable 4th down situation there. Nice run by Roland.
Yeah, he's been running really good on this drive.
And they will huddle up for this key 4th down play here.
Dietrich coaches making sure everybody knows not to jump off sides on this play.
Well, they've made that mistake tonight. And you know the Wolves are going to try that hard count. 3:15 to go as they come to the line in a tight formation. Everybody in here tight on this running play. Roland in the gun by himself. Takes it. He's back to throw. He's going to step up. He's rolling to the outside. He's going to throw back across his body, and is it caught? Is it a touchdown? What are they going to say? And they're going to call it a touchdown for Castleford.
What a play. Roland throwing back across his body.
Incredible play. Running to the outside, he stops, throws it, which you're never supposed to do as a quarterback, throw back inside across your body, but he had Ramos wide open, had to go to the turf for it, and close call whether he got underneath that, but the officials come in and say touchdown, and that cuts the lead to 20-12 with 2:54 to go in this third quarter. And a really pivotal 2-point try here. Roland with it. Going to throw across the middle. Diving try for the catch. And didn't complete there. So they'll still trail by 8 at 20-12. 2:54 left in this third quarter. And we've got ourselves a football game. As Ramos with the 5-yard touchdown diving to the turf. Cuts the 14-point deficit almost in half. And now it's up to that Castleford defense to get a stop against the Dietrich offense that started to get things going. A couple scores from around the state. Bishop Kelly 29, Emmett 6, Century 17, Preston 7. That's a halftime score. Sandpoint leads Lakeland 11-7. Middleton 35, Capital 0 at the half. And Castleford will kick it off here. And another chance for Cody Power and that Dietrich offense to get the ball back. Peyton Snedden, a touchdown run on the last drive. Showing off his speed. And Alvarado will kick it off. Number 30. It's an onside kick taken on the run by Hudson Legero. First and 10. Nice job by Lucero. Not falling asleep there as they try the onside. He snags it out of the air. And again, Dietrich, great field position. And that's kind of been the story of the night.
Yeah, very risky play for Castleford there to try the outside. I like it, though.
Coach Lowry channels his inner Kalani Sitake, the BYU coach, loves to do those kind of risky, bold moves. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And that time it didn't pay off for the Wolves, but they trust in that defense. No matter what field position, they know they can get a stop. Bunched formation here. And they hand it off to the second man through, and no luck there, taken right down. Wiggins, big tackle there at the line of scrimmage. Instead, no gain on the play. And again, just a beautiful night here in Dietrich for this football game. Slight breeze coming through. And a clear night for some high school football in a battle between number 2 and number 3 in the state. Power in the gun. One back beside him. Fakes the handoff, keeps it up the middle. He's to the 35, to the 30. He's got himself a first down up to the 27-yard line, but he's hurt. Taken down by Mahana, and I think maybe he's cramping up. You know, in this 8-man game with these small rosters, these guys go both ways all night long, and that's a lot of football to play in what's been a physical game, and you've started to see some guys having a few issues there. Did you ever have that happen to you, Carter, in a ball game? Did you cramp up at all?
Not during, but on the bus ride home, always.
And not a fun feeling when those muscles spasm up. Pretty painful. Power, really an important key player for this Dietrich side, and I hope he can stretch that out. Of course, they lost Dason Pisano, their center and nose tackle, for a few plays earlier due to cramps. So trainer's out trying to stretch things out. Cody Power, talented senior QB. And he's up and hobbling, but you can see he's in a little bit of pain there. And legs are a little tight, so we'll see what Dietrich does here with 1:51 to go in the quarter. They've got the lead, they've got the ball, and they've got a first down. And they're going to have to put the backup QB in here. Snap, direct snap to Perkins. Connor Perkins, who is your backup QB, plays wide receiver, DB, and QB, and he takes over at QB for Power. And no gain there. Second down. 1:15 to go in the third. And on the sideline, Power still trying to stretch that out, still a little gimpy. Getting some water and trying to stretch those legs, see if he can get back in the ball game. As Perkins directs things from the backfield. And I think we got a false start. That's going to move things back. And Robertson shifted a little bit there early. So they'll move back 5 yards and try it again. And in this game where yards are hard to come by, those penalties are really key. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Wherever you are around the world, thank you for joining us here on IdahoSports.com. Mike Christensen and Carter Christensen bringing you Magic Valley Game Night, presented by D.L. Evans Bank. 30 seconds left in this quarter now as they come to the line for the snap. Ooh, a near sack. Great block by the back. Ball's out to Perkins at the 20, and he has got himself a first down to move the chains. He's wrestled down, but a great play there. And that play looked like it was maybe doomed as the pressure came up the middle, but a great job. I think it was Lucero maybe stepping up and making the block. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play, and what's been a dandy. Dietrich leading Castleford 20-12. We'll take a short 30-second break and be back with the fourth quarter of play here on IdahoSports.com.
It can be a lot, trying to figure out how to make it, how to dream big, and to wonder, what if? Because no matter where you are in life, if you don't know what's possible in Idaho, it's hard to keep asking, what if? Which is exactly why Next Steps Idaho was created, with everything from smart tools that help you figure out careers you might be suited for, to training and education options for you. So keep asking what if at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
All right, welcome back to Dietrich, Idaho, fourth quarter. About to get underway in this battle of 1A unbeatens. Homestand and Dietrich winning 20-12 thus far. And they've got the football. And it looks like their quarterback Power is back in the ball game. Power up the middle, touchdown. And on the very first play of the quarter, Power on the quarterback draw takes it up the middle. And he goes to the house from 15 yards out. And they start the quarter in style to make it 26-12. Big time play for the senior coming back from the cramp. Looks like he's still not feeling quite himself there as he walking still a little gingerly, but he made an incredible play right there.
Yeah, that was a way to let the linebackers drop back and let the Red Sea part and walk right into the end zone on the draw.
Big 2-point try here. Let's try and stretch the lead. They're up 14. And Castleford thus far has struggled to convert their 2-point try, so if you can get up 16, that could be really impactful down the stretch here. Fade is going to be intercepted. Intercepted in the end zone by Castleford. And that'll end that 2-point try. Nice job there by Santi Alvarado, who's really got a nose for the football. And he picks that football off, leaving the score at 26-12 at the 11:54 mark of the final quarter. So Power had two touchdown passes earlier in the game. Now he adds a touchdown run to his night and makes the score 26-12. And if you're Castleford now, the pressure's on. You've scored 12 points through 3 quarters. You're going to have to score at least 14 here in the fourth quarter to try to extend this game and keep your chances alive.
Yeah, you got to get something here.
You know, 5 weeks in, one benefit tonight, both teams healthy, normal bumps and bruises, but everybody out and playing tonight. Nobody knocked out of the game. As Coach Lowry said, we're as healthy as possible after playing 5 games, so that's something. We'll see what the Wolves can come up with here on this key drive as they try to answer the Dietrich score to start the quarter. Kickoff is high and deep. Comes in and out of the hands, and they're not sure who's going to pick it up. It finally is picked up by Alvarado. He's going to take it to the far side, dance and spin back and get thrown down. Be a 1st and 10 right around the 20. And they will mark it right there at the 20. Thought he might have a chance to get away there, but good job hanging on to the jersey and wrestling him down by Dietrich. At 11:44 to go when this drive starts. And Dietrich, your 2020 state champs, are looking for more. this year here in 2022, ranked number 3 and trying to upset the number 2 team in the state tonight. Roland will keep it. Oh, he's wrestled down. That's going to be a flag. That was.
Got to call that one.
Horse collar tackle just ripped him down by the neck of the jersey there, and a pretty clear violation on the horse collar. That's going to add 15 yards to that one.
Haven't been many penalties this game, but it's hard to watch that one and not throw the flag.
I think about 3 flags came out there that time. And good field position now for the Wolves out to the 42. Yeah, it really has been a pretty clean game. Only had maybe 3 or 4 flags tonight.
Yeah, just false starts for the most part.
And we've definitely watched some games this season on Magic Valley game night where we've had more like 40 flags, and that really bogs down the pace of the game. Roland, alone in the backfield, trips to the near side, 3 receivers there. He rolls out, he's looking to throw back across the body, and he's going to dump it out of bounds and throw it away. Nobody there. He was outside of the pocket, though, throws it away. Second and 10. Similar setup here for Castleford with the 3 receivers stacked, coming in motion. And Roland's going to keep it in a crowd and go down. Take the handoff to Louis Cortez, and then he got eaten up by that defense with Chero in on the tackle, along with Snedden. 11:10 to go, and a big 3rd down and long for the Wolves. And the way they've had to fight and claw for yards tonight, a long yardage situation, not what you want here.
No, not at all. Giving the ball back to this great Dietrich offense isn't what you want either. If it'll be pretty much over if Dietrich gets the ball back and scores.
So a huge play in this football game for the Wolves. And Roland's going to throw it this time. He's under pressure. He's going to escape pressure. He cuts it back. If he can break this tackle, he has a chance, but he cannot. And a great job on the shoestring tackle, wrestling him down. That's Brody Torgerson, number 2. He's had a good night and made a few plays. And nice play right there. And they're back to 4th and 10. And with 10 minutes to go and a 2-score deficit,
this is pretty much it.
I think they're going to keep the offense on the field. We'll see.
This is huge.
What they come up with here. 2 receivers to either side, including Alvarado here to the near side. He's a good weapon. Rolling back to throw. And they try to set up the screen. They do. It is hauled in, but Mahana's going nowhere. And Snedden wrestles him down at the line of scrimmage. So they let the guys through, set up the screen, but bobbled a little bit there at the beginning, kind of blew that play up. And it's going to go back over to Dietrich in great field position at the 43. They've got the football and a 2-score lead and 9 minutes and 50 seconds to go to see if they can salt this one away and come up with a big home win. Power alone in the backfield. They've run the draw out of this quite a bit tonight, and they'll run it here again. And Wiggins catches him at the line, takes him down. Ramos helps clean it up. Nice job by the Wolves. And Power picks up a few yards there on the 1st down play. Have another great game for you next week on Magic Valley Game Night. I believe we're scheduled to go to Burley, see that high-powered offense against Jerome. And Burley's got Gatlin Bear, the #1 recruit in the state of Idaho. It's a 6'2" receiver. He's got offers from Michigan, Washington, a bunch of big-time schools. And the keeper there, Snedden, picks up a short gain. Power will come to the sideline and get the call. Brody Estelle, one of the two co-head coaches, along with his uncle Rick Estelle, and they share the duties here. Brody also the athletic director here. Power throws it out wide and incomplete. Looking for Perkins. And just
fourth down.
Threw that wide of him to bring up a fourth down. So the Wolves trying to get a stop and get the ball back. Big play here. Punting formation here. Power kind of does it all. He boots a nice kick, lands inside the 5, and bounces into the end zone. If they'd been able to get somebody down there, they could have really pinned him. But that'll go into the end zone and come out to the 20, where Castleford will have a 1st and 10. They've got 8 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock and a chance to kind of march down and make this thing really interesting in the closing minutes. If they could get some points on the board here, then it's anybody's ball game down the stretch. Big time possession here. We've seen both Ramos and Roland play the quarterback spot tonight. And much of the second half, it's been Roland, and he's out here again. He's got Mahana and Cortez to either side of him. And he hands it off to Mahana, and he's got some room. He's to the outside. He's to the 35, to the 40. Will they catch him? He's to the 40, to the 30. Up the sideline, he's got one man to beat. He's inside the 10, he's taken down. Perkins caught him coming from the far side of the field. Incredible play there by Connor Perkins. The sophomore is quite a ball player. He's had a great game tonight, and he makes a touchdown-saving tackle with 7:57 to go. Mahana, the huge run. Still a great play for Castleford. Rips it off from the 20, gets all the way down to the 5-yard line. 75-yard run by Mahana. Nice misdirection there. They faked the handoff to one back, gave it to another.
Yeah, they've done some good things out of that two-back set.
Yeah, nice play there to set up a short yardage. And this is where you wonder if Gus Wiggins, the 215-pound senior, will get the football and pound it away into the end zone. That's what they did last time they got close. Roland hands it off to Mahana, and he goes nowhere that time. So they stop him at the line, but he sets him up 1st and goal at the 5 with his great run up the sideline. I didn't think they were going to catch him, but Perkins showed some serious speed to come across and dive at his legs there inside the 10, take him down. Now it's up to the Castleford offense to punch it in. You make this a one-score football game. 7:05 to go, clock runs as they huddle up and come to the line. Dalton Lewis up there on that line along with Cash Keach, looking to help. The blocking the ball is fumbled, and Wiggins falls on it, and they're going to be outside the 10, and that's a tough break. You just about had a score by Mahana on the big play, and now you've got 3rd and goal from the 11.
Yeah, it was unfortunate he couldn't get it in there.
The Wolves have not done much in the passing game tonight. They've got 4 receivers in the pattern this time, so they spread it out. Roland looking, firing. He's got a man. It's caught at the 5, and Santi Alvarado is into the end zone for an 11-yard touchdown, and the Castleford Wolves are within 8 points with 6:15 to go, and a pivotal 2-point conversion try coming up to try to cut it to 6. And what a nice play. Good job by Roland, being patient, buying some time with his feet. He finds Alvarado, and they score. 11-yard reception, and here comes the 2-point try.
Same formation.
Wiggins on the line this time. 4 receivers in the pattern. And Roland's going to go right up the middle, almost untouched, and in for 2. And for the first time tonight, Castleford has succeeded on a 2-point try. So rolling with the touchdown pass, followed by a 2-point run. And it's 26-20 with 6:15 to go. And all of a sudden, we've got a tight game going down the wire. Three different Wolves have scored tonight. Wiggins on a 1-yard run, Ramos on a 5-yard catch, and Alvarado on an 11-yard reception. Just when you thought they might miss out on that scoring opportunity with 3rd and 11, they get it in. See if the Blue Devils can respond here. Big possession now and some pressure on this Dietrich offense to move the ball, use the clock, move the chains, maybe score again. If they can score again, the game's probably over.
Yeah.
But if this Wolves defense can come up with another stop, which they are apt to do, they're going to give that offense a chance to win this football game down the stretch. And it could all come down to a 2-point conversion try if they can score. They try another short onside, and it's taken there. They're wrestling for it. And good field position for Dietrich. On the short kick, they'll be at the 43 for 1st and 10. Robertson, good job taking that one. Now it's up to the Castleford offense to get a stop and get the ball back to have a chance in this one. Six minutes and 11 seconds on the clock. Another classic Magic Valley game night here. Back to throw up the middle. Apologize, the video's stalling there, but that's a handoff to Snedden, and he gets a nice gain on 1st down. About 10 yards. He's going to be close to a 1st down. I think they're going to mark him about half a yard short of the 1st down. We'll try to get that video working again for you. From the 48 of Castleford, it's a 2nd down. And under center is Power. Fakes the handoff to one back, hands to another, and Snedden's going to fall forward short of the 1st down. Looks like that ball is just about to the marker. I don't know that they're going to measure it, though. It's maybe half a yard shy. And a big 3rd down for Castleford. They come to the line. Working to get that video rolling for you again here, but we'll bring you the audio play-by-play in the meantime. Power under center. She's going to sneak it forward behind that line. And they get a nice push up front. Dason Silvano, that talented, or Pisano, excuse me, Dason Pisano, the senior. A number 18, your talented center, making things happen there. And they push it forward and pick up a key 1st down to keep the ball here with 4:24 to go in the football game. Dietrich 26, Castleford 20, 1st and 10, Blue Devils. Dietrich in the black with blue accents. Red, white, and blue for Castleford. Run up the middle there. Snedden picks up a gain of a couple there on 1st down. And there's just 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the game as the clock runs. And you really can't give up any more 1st downs if you're Castleford. Got to get a stop here.
Yeah, you got to get your offense the ball back as quickly as possible.
Giving up some yards here. They don't really kick it deep, and so that means your opponent's going to get decent field position and just a 1st down or two, and now you've got a long field if you do get the ball back. And so big play here. Dietrich in no hurry as they huddle up and come to the line. 3:20 to go. 2 receivers to each side of the field. Sneddon comes in motion. And we got a false start.
That's big.
Big mistake. Stops the clock, moves Dietrich back 5 yards, and might kill this drive and give Castleford the chance they need. They probably won't have a lot of time, but they may at least get a touch here. 3:11 to go. It's only second down, so they've got to come up with some stops, but a long yardage situation for the Blue Devils. Slot receiver just kind of got started a little early there. Power awaits the snap in the gun. Same formation with 2 receivers. He keeps it up the middle, lunges forward, and picks up a nice gain of 5. As we hit the 3-minute mark of the quarter, don't forget to stay tuned for our post-game show and our player of the game. A reminder, you can make the memories last a lifetime by owning a digital game file of this game for just $9.95. Just click the button in the top right corner to order. And this would be a great one to be able to have and watch again and again as these 2 undefeated teams do battle tonight. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to go now as Dietrich comes to the line for 3rd down and about 8. And it's going to be a timeout. Looks like a little confusion on the Dietrich side, and Coach Estelle takes a timeout so his crew can talk it over. And we'll keep it here during the timeout. Remind you, the Magic Valley Game Night is brought to you by our major advertising partners: Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, the Idaho Transportation Department, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. We're excited tonight to bring you this battle of unbeaten 1A Division II teams. This game wasn't originally on our GameStreams schedule this year, but such a big one in the 1A ranks that here we are on a beautiful night in Dietrich for a great football game between 2 talented 8-man squads. And the Wolves in need of a stop here. 3rd down. One of the biggest plays of the night. 2:24 to go. And another false start for Dietrich. Big mistake for the Blue Devils. They'll lose 5 yards. And that's going to set up a long yardage situation, 3rd and 12. At the 48-yard line, 2 minutes and 24 seconds left. If you're Dietrich, do you put the ball in the air here and risk stopping the clock again, or do you keep it on the ground? Maybe we'll see another draw here. Nope. Pump fake. Looking deep into double coverage. Picked off. I think that was intercepted. And it is. Throwing it dangerously into double coverage. Jamie Ramos with the INT. And a huge play. Coach has talked about the importance of turnovers, and Castleford has an opportunity here to come from 14 down in the 4th quarter and make something happen. They have 2:16 to go, and on 3rd and 12, Ramos with the interception, diving and moving over from his spot in the secondary there to come up with a huge play.
That was crazy. See if Castleford can knot it up here.
They've got the ball at the 26 with 2:16 to go. Down 26-20, a touchdown ties it. Conversion wins it. Mahana in motion. They fake it to him. Roland keeps. He's up the side. He's got some room. He gets to the outside, and he is up near the 1st down marker. We'll see where they mark him, but he might have a 1st down. They're going to mark him just short. 2:05 to go. Clock is running. Ball's at the 35. And they huddle up. Need to have a little bit of pace here. I guess they're going to say he went out of bounds, so they do stop the clock with 2:06 to go. Wolves to the line. Rowland back to throw. Spins out of trouble. Now he's going to go down.
That's a fumble.
The ball came out, but I think they're going to say he was down. Ooh. Had a knee down as the ball came out. Would have been a costly turnover. He's shaken up a little bit on the play. Rowland knocked down in the backfield, so a sack is going to bring up a 3rd down. So big play by the Dietrich defense. Both defenses have made a lot of plays tonight. Two stellar teams in the state title mix in the 1A Division II ranks. All right, officials had a little confusion there. They get the clock rolling again. Back to throw is Rowland on this 3rd down. He's got Mahana. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, what a tough break. 77, Gabe Mahana, the senior, had the ball open with room in front of him to get the 1st down, and he bobbles it and drops it. What a tough break for the senior, who's had a great night, ripped off that big run to set up the last score. And that just didn't out of his hands. Maybe looking to move upfield before he had it secured.
Got to secure it before you start thinking about other things.
4th down. Here's the game right here. 4th down play with 1:26. Rowland pump fakes, scrambles, gets out of pressure. Heaves it downfield. He's got a man, and he throws it out of bounds. He had Mahana open around the 45-yard line. He was past the defense. Don't know how he got behind everyone. But on the run, the ball was thrown a couple yards out of bounds, incomplete, 1:17 to go. And the ball's going to go back over to Dietrich, and the Blue Devils are going to breathe a sigh of relief here. Boy, tough break, and that 3rd down drops.
He had him wide open. That was Dietrich's lucky to escape with that one.
Yeah, back-to-back plays. They had a chance to get a 1st down there and just unable to execute and make it happen. So Dietrich takes over at the 30, and barring some crazy things late, it looks like the Blue Devils will hang on. Power hands it off to Snedden, and he's stacked up at the line. No gain. And I think we're going to have a timeout. No, let's see. Yep. They're going to reset the clock from 1:03 to 1:13 with the timeout taken by the Wolves. That'll give us a chance to take a quick 15-second break and be back with the conclusion of this one here on IdahoSports.com.
Your job is planning, planting, harvesting, and to be on call 24 hours a day. Our job is to make sure you have the resources to keep doing it. D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
And we're back here in Dietrich. What's been a great football game between these two 1A powerhouses at the D2 rank. 1:13 to go, 26-20. Dietrich with the ball and the lead, trying to salt this one away. They've got a 2nd down. Castleford had a chance on offense, got the interception from Ramos, but unable to get a 1st down. And they give it back over to the Blue Devils, who now are just a few plays away from putting this one away. Under center. Power rolls out on the naked bootleg, and he's got room. He's got blockers. He's at the 20, and he gets down at the 15. Big play by Power, and he celebrates as he gets up, pumps his fist, throws his mouthpiece, and celebrates this victory. Huge play. What a play call there for Dietrich to roll him out, and all kinds of room in front of him. Big time play for the Blue Devils. 44 seconds to go. They'll huddle up, snap at a time or two, and put this one in the books. .20 seconds to go, and the Blue Devils will celebrate as the clock will tick down to zeros. Perkins pumping his fist. The Blue Devils screaming and yelling and celebrating a huge victory tonight on their home field. Castleford gave it a great effort, but the number 2 ranked team in the state is going to go down tonight by a score of 26-20, and that is your final score. We'll take a 45 to be back. Post-game show here on IdahoSports.com. Welcome back here to Dietrich, Idaho, where it is a final tonight as the teams shake hands. And Dietrich stays undefeated, moves to 6-0 on the season with a 26-20 victory over the visiting Castleford Wolves, who fall to 5-1 on the season. And that brings us to our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. And really, Carter, tonight there's so many guys we could have chosen. Incredible night on both sides of the line by Dason Pisano, the senior lineman for Dietrich. Some great plays on the Castleford side by Roland, by Mahana, by Santi Alvarado, who added a couple more interceptions to his season. But of course, on the winning side for Dietrich, an incredible night. The quarterback, Cody Power, had such a great game. Peyton Snedden ran the ball well, and so many guys played well. But with a couple of touchdown throws and a touchdown run, we're going to go with senior quarterback number 10, Cody Power, as your IdahoSports.com player of the game, as the Dietrich Blue Devils beat the Castleford Wolves 26-20. This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of Magic Valley Game Night, presented by D.L. Evans Bank, brought to you by our major advertising partners, Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, the Idaho Transportation Department, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. This broadcast was also made possible by the great support of many local businesses. Our special thanks to Dietrich Athletic Director Brody Estelle and everyone here at Dietrich for their hospitality and help in getting this broadcast to you. Congratulations again to our IdahoSports.com player of the game, Cody Power, the senior QB. Thanks for joining us as the Dietrich Blue Devils defeat the Castleford Wolves by a final score of 26-20. Until next time, I'm Mike Christensen along with my partner Carter Christensen. We will see you next time.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com is strictly prohibited.